Northbound Soto. There he goes. Stop there on this. Look at him. He's sliding in. Look at that. Whoa. He almost clipped that car. I think he did. Southbound Wadsworth from 35th Street. This vehicle continuing to travel at a high rate of speed. Hitting the bumps there as he goes through those intersections, running the stop signs, running red lights, coming close to hitting other vehicles. At one point during this pursuit, he almost hit a pedestrian. Go ahead. Okay, I copy that. Yeah, we were making some turns there, and that's the reason for that. It should be okay now. Southbound on Central from 42nd Street, LAPD still in pursuit. Approaching Vernon now. This car is continuing to travel at high rates of speeds, being very reckless, very dangerous, and then he's doing this thing where he slides like that. There it is. He hits the brakes. He goes again, will fishtail out of control, but then he'll regain control. He may have hit two vehicles when he did that once before, just a little while ago. Here he goes, southbound Hooper now from 43rd place. Look at this, wrong side of the road, very dangerous. And then now look at that, a hard left or right turn coming back towards us here, westbound on Vernon. This driver being so reckless, but LAPD units are on his tail. Look at this, wrong side of the road. Let's see what happens. He's approaching an intersection here. Very dangerous, oncoming traffic, nowhere to go, and he's, oh, look at that, he turn right in front of that car, wrong side of the road. Very, very dangerous. There's a lot of traffic in this area right now. And again, here he goes, blowing through that red light, getting on top on that guy's back in there and continuing on and into a parking, no, it's into an alleyway. And he's on the gas. A person riding the bike, and he comes across a car there. Wow, unbelievable now, eastbound turn. And again, right through a red light and continuing now northbound on Central, loses control a little bit there, almost hits that white van. A stolen vehicle suspect wanted in the Newton Division. They pulled him over. They made the traffic stop, but then he bolted from those officers, and that's when the pursuit went in to effect. He went north into the downtown LA, then east into the Hollenbeck or Boyle Heights area. And now he's in the Newton Division area of LAPD. In fact, he's crossing past the Newton station of LAPD. It's a very bold, driving right in front of the police station here. And here he comes, hard on the brakes, right in front of that officer. People on the streets kind of ducking out of the way there. They were a little concerned that he might come up on that sidewalk. Wow. And still, look at that. He's driving very recklessly. It's hard to say if he's having trouble driving that vehicle or if he's doing that on purpose. But he's definitely hitting the brakes, swerving like he's doing there each and every time. We're now 32nd Street. No, check that. 33rd Street westbound through Stanford. Oh, look at that. Right by those two cars. Unbelievable. And then now right turn on a major. Look at that. He came close to crossing over into that car. He's going to cross right under us. We're good, Mike. And again, northbound San Pedro through 30th Street. LAPD is trying to keep up with this guy. Look at that, hard on the brakes, slamming on the brakes to make that left turn. This is 27th Street, but there you see the LAPD right on this guy's tail there. He is not able to shake them. And I can tell you by looking out the window of News Chopper 4, there are tons of officers getting into position to keep up with this guy. Approaching Trinity here, now northbound Trinity. Oh, no, check that, that's Maple. There was a person in the street there not knowing what to do. Look at that, going right by those cars. This guy doesn't care if he hits anybody or anything. He's just forcing his way through traffic and willing to go on the wrong side of the street, just like that. Wow. A very dangerous pursuit here with a lot of traffic on these surface streets. Heading back towards the 10 freeway right now. Northbound Maple. 10 o'clock. Coming up to Washington now. Keep it flat, Mike. And he's going to go right around that car. and continue on northbound. And there he goes, blowing right through that intersection. He had a green light. Through Washington now, still on Maple, northbound, going to be crossing the 10 freeway. Wrong side of the road. And there he goes, under the freeway. Let's see which way he goes. Going to continue on, blowing right through those signals. Hard on the brakes and left turn westbound. Now he's in the downtown LA area, westbound 15th from Maple. And we're going to start getting into some buildings here, so we'll have a difficult time. But again, here he goes. Let's see which way he goes. No, continuing and going on the wrong side of the road on purpose to make that right turn. Main Street now. Check that. That might not be Main Street. But look at that. Right down the center of the road. Right down the double yellows. Through 14th and westbound now. Pico. Westbound Pico. And continuing now through the buildings westbound on Pico, blowing through red lights as you saw right there. We got some buildings that are going to come into play here because it's a downtown LA area. Very dangerous, going right through that intersection. And look at this, blowing through red lights, just one after the other, not even caring. In fact, it looks like he's speeding up through here. He's actually gaining speed. We're going to lose him here momentarily. Continuing, blowing through traffic. And under the 110 freeway now already. Let's see if he continues on surface streets. He does. He's continuing on. Wow. Westbound Pico, northbound Union now. Wrong side of the road as he makes that wide sweeping right turn. Going to come under us, but we're going to continue to track him. We got LAPD airships overhead. It's tracking the suspects. He's traveling so fast that the ground units aren't able to keep up. Okay, 083 on the back arrow, if you got us again. Westbound, James M. Wood from Union. Man, the traffic here is even heavier as it was just a few minutes ago, just south of the 10 freeway. We lost him behind a building here, but we should get it here in a minute. 9 o'clock, Mike. Eastbound Olympic, right out my door. Coming north now. Northbound Union. Oh, and he's westbound here between the buildings. He's into the parking lot, so we're going to have to go wide and make sure. Wait a minute. There he is. He just came out the other side. Southbound Union. The airship, as well as us, lost him as he got between those buildings, but we were able to keep up, and those ground units were able to keep up with him and spot him coming out the other side. Westbound 11th Street now. And look at this. He's hard on the gas right on this street here, westbound. Let me talk to my pilot. Hey, Mike, try to keep it flat because they're losing us a lot. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, copy that. We'll do. High speeds here, northbound Alvarado through 8th Street. And here he goes. Lost behind the building there, some heavy traffic. Look at that, he squeezed through there somehow. Oh, man. A lot of foot. Oh, wrong side of the road here. Look at this. Making a right turn from the wrong side of the road, coming back at us on Wilshire. Do we have anybody else up here with us? Huh? Okay. Through Burlington now, eastbound. He's going to be going into the downtown area again. He'll be crossing under the 110 freeway here momentarily. Through Union. Oh, look at this. He hit those two cars. He hit the parked car and the truck. That truck is trying to stop him. He pulled over and tried to block him against the curb, but he could not do it. He continued on. Now it looks like he might be turning southbound here on the street, but a truck either trying to get out of the way or maybe trying to stop the pursuit pins him against the curb, but he continues to go on. So he definitely hit two parked cars and that truck as it was driving there, as he was trying to pass on the right side of it. Tried to pin him there against the curb, but nope, no luck. Now he's on 8th Street eastbound under the 110 freeway coming into the downtown LA area. And lost him behind the buildings. 9 o'clock. We're going to reacquire him here just a second. I apologize for the picture. We've lost him momentarily behind the buildings. Eastbound Wilshire. I lost the mic. Got him. Eastbound 9th Street from Flower. We reacquired the pursuit here. Now, it got really tricky there because of the tall buildings. We've been having a hard time staying up with this guy. He looks like he's blacked out his headlights. Lights are off. Maybe looking for, again, he's already crashed against or crashed with a truck and several parked cars already. May have clipped some other ones. Eastbound Olympic now. And he might be trying to get out and run or find a spot. Now he's slowed down quite a bit. They're talking about maybe doing a pit maneuver on this guy here. We'll see what happens. Let's get around this building, Mike. There he is, coming out here very slow. So there might be a problem with his vehicle. He might be just toying with the officers. And he's got a door open and he's jumping out. The car is continuing to move on. There's the driver running. He's got a jacket on and he's going in between buildings here. We'll listen up. And he continues running down this alleyway between the buildings here. If we can hold it right here, Mike, we're going to lose him. Coming out to Olympic here, we're going to try to get around the buildings and continue up with him. Actually coming up to 9th Street. Just north of 9th and Olympic. And there he is running right at the officers, right by him, and he's down on the ground. He just dropped to the floor when those officers came around, Newton Division officers came around the corner, got him right there in that alleyway. They have him in custody. This pursuit is over. LAPD doing a great job keeping up with this guy. And they're about to take him into custody. They have him on the ground. And if you can hold right here, Mike, as we come around, we'll be able to see it. And here's the scene as we come around the building. Suspect in custody. There he is, in the custody of a Newton officer. Unfortunately, we have buildings that keep coming in the way, but we will continue to come around here and get you the shot of this 9th Street between Hill and Olive. 9th Street between Hill and Olive is where this foot chase came to an end. 9th Street between Hill and Olive. Three o'clock, we're losing it. Ninth Street between Hill and Olive. Hill and Olive, they said. Hill and Olive. Let me verify that for sure. That is, it's dark. That is 9th Street. 9th Street.